All right, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. It is the Wednesday crossword from New York Times for March 5th, 2025. As you can see from the grid already, the top the crosswords already scrolling off. That's a sign that something's a little bit different. The grid is actually 16 by 16. Why? Who knows? Maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's not a reason. But just pointing out that it's one by one bigger than it usually is. I do have shit I need to get to, so hopefully I can finish this in time. Still being mindful of that. I am going to be talking through my thought process. Did have a drink before this, so maybe I'll be a little bit slower too. But, anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started. um, Adios, amigo. For one across. Texters, you tell me. I don't know. So IDK. Sweet braided bread. I feel like I should know this, but I don't, so I'm just going to skip it. Saying I should know it, meaning from just crosswords in general. It's probably going to be something I've seen many times. I just don't internalize it. Source of a pulse, so it could be like heartbeat. I'm just going to put it. I have no reason to believe it's true, but I can't think of anything else, so we're just going to throw that in there. Modernizing prefix. Let's go with neo. Ingredient in a Whopper. I'm going to throw an onion. Could be anything like patty. I don't know what else they got in there, but I'm sticking with onion. Home of many champion marathoners. I'm going with Kenya. So picking the downs, particularly one down, without looking at the actual clues. I've never seen AHK, but like Ian is fair game, but it's likely wrong. So we'll come back to it. And just like that, could be bam. It could be a number of things. It's going to be a sound effect. Again, it's in quotes. It's something someone says. But three letters does restrict the options a lot. So I'm going to go with BAM, and it very well could be correct. Small contribution. I'll skip it. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Tippin sticks out as a 5-letter answer, but that's not right. I highly doubt it. I'd be surprised if it were. Blowout victory, metaphorically, semi-long, so it could be likely a 2-letter or 2-word answer. One thing I didn't point out is that after I start the puzzle, you could see that's actually symmetric along the vertical or y-axis. So this doesn't happen too often, but people will always point out when it's not I forget the word, but like they call it a rotational symmetry, I guess. Because usually if you flip the grid upside down, it'll have the black squares in the same space. So this time it's across the middle line, which would be a reason to, what's it called? A reason to have 16 by 16? Actually, no. It's 15 across and 16 down because this middle line is the center. So for whatever reason, there's a 16th row on the bottom, but the columns are all the same amount, or is still 15. Anyways, let's keep going. Chichen something, Mayan archaeological site. I'm not gonna know. It's like gonna be like Itza or something like that. But that could even be right. But I'm just making it up probably, and probably considered offensive. So I'm just gonna keep going. Latin wolf. I don't know. I know in Spanish wolf is lobo, but doesn't mean that's what it's close to that in Latin. Hulking brute ogre, I think is what it's gonna end up being. Ogre is pretty common in crosswords, so it feels just like a good fit here. Walled backdrop for Wuthering Heights. Never read it, ever watch it if it's a movie, so I'll keep going. Biblical patriarch who begat Methuselah. Also don't know that, so we'll come back to it once we get the downs. I know enough about the Bible to guess people in it. There are certain biblical figures that you'll see in the crossword, but I don't think any of them are 5 letters long and male. So continuing, leading to ever, don't know, device for taking notes with a question mark. So note, you'd like to think it's like a PDA because you're taking notes on it, but note is probably gonna refer to music possibly. We'll see. I'm gonna keep going. Verbal facepalm, dough. The actual word that's put into the dictionary from The Simpsons. So if you didn't know, now you do. Message meaning I can't be reached now. AFK, away from keyboard, is the only thing I could think of. Welcome Back Kotter, role of 1970s TV. Never seen it, only heard of it because of Family Guy. So I'll keep going. Use of adopted name of singer Cat Stevens. Also don't know. I know I've seen this pop up in the crossword, but that was probably like 5 years ago at this point. So yeah, do not know. Subtle summons could be nods. Like that kind of nod. Like, get your ass over here. Woman's name that becomes another woman's name when an M is added to the front. We'll come back to it. I kind of hate these clues. It's kind of dumb. Anyway, Missouri tributary. I wouldn't know. We'll come back to it. One part of a swimming pool. Let's go with deep end. Beat rapidly as eggs. Can't think of anything. I'm just thinking like whisk, but like that doesn't fit, so I guess it doesn't mean to beat rapidly. Center could be verb. It could also just be core. The core as a physical thing is the common way to look at it. Anyways, something of minor concern. Minor is spelled with an E, question mark. So I'm gonna go with or. If you mine, you're mining for ore or anything really, a gem even, but ore is so common in crosswords that let's roll with that. Commotion, ado, hubbub, to do maybe. A little cute. I don't know. I'm gonna make a guess. So a little cute, if you read it out without the question mark, without the play on words, will mean like kind of cute. But this likely means something that means cute, but shortened. So I would put adorbs because that is what we see this in the crossword these days. It's come up a few times, but it doesn't fit. Adorb does. And that's all I can think of, so I'm just going to throw that in there. Comedy bit, I don't know. I feel like it might be set, but I don't think that's an appropriate fit. Broadway star Lupone, I don't know. Talent likely means skill. It could also mean some kind of currency if we're going back to biblical shit. But I can't think of a 4-letter word right now for it, so I'll keep going. Big softy, perhaps. I'll skip. Put through the self-checkout. I guess scan. That sounds horrible, like a horrible clue. Like any kind of checkout, you would scan the items. So what would be unique about self-checkout? I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to end up being scan, but we'll see. Research campus in upstate New York. They tend to put these kinds of clues in. I know RPI is one that they throw in not too often, so I'm just going to add that in there. With 66 across, spooky property that might include a 20 across, a 7, 25, and 28 down. So I don't have 66 across because I haven't gotten there yet. 20 across I didn't get, and we'll come back to it, but a property that might include with 60, haunted house, haunted mansion is but I'll go with went underground, so dug. Exit key would be escape, quite literally. A key on the keyboard to exit. Would this be Dan Young? I have no clue. Someone Young band. I don't know country, so let's keep going. Buttonless shirt. Let's go with T. Other shirts don't have buttons, but sure, let's throw the T on. Carry-ons, plural, which I find stupid to put a plural into a blank like this, but I can't think of anything that'll go here. I just remembered too that last time around I was checking the downs if I completed them with the acrosses that come through. I'm not doing that this time. I did note for one down that 8HK looks very wrong. So we'll come back across, we'll fix, or come back down, quite literally. I'll fix anything if I can, if I get it down, and I'll just clear it out if I can't think of it. Airport org, let's go with TSA. Tends to be the common answer. I think FAA would be the only other answer to put in there, so doesn't look like it would fit with the 59 down. EO, assuming Haunted Mansion's correct. And then intelligence org is likely CIA. The I quite literally is intelligence, but you don't know. They might throw an NSA instead. So let's hit the downs now. We're 11 minutes in, and I do need to make sure. Let me check real quick if I need to jump to the laundromat. All right, I got 27 minutes till my dryer's up, so let's see if I can get through this. Ask and it shall be given to you, probably. Source of a pulse could be sonar, but let's check the downs. Recipient of Bart Simpson's crank calls would be sonar. What? Sorry. All right, sorry. Okay, New York Stonewall, no clue. Oh, Stonewall Inn, if it is sonar, by the way. New York Stonewall, using the same clue. It's probably gonna be like gay man or something. If that is sonar. But, and quite literally any 3-letter word that can be a proper noun or a fitting noun wouldn't work. So I'll just leave it blank and mouthy, question mark, oral, because mouthy literally would mean someone who's sassy, runs the mouth. So mouthy having to do with a mouth, oral, boom. Puts into play in basketball, inbounds. Marvel superhero, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. So Bam is correct. Fermented sweetened tea drink, kombucha, if I could type that. So looking good. Dinghy or dory, boat, dingy. You said it. I'll skip that. 2 hearts for 1. I don't know. Keep going. Fish in a garden pond, a koi, raggedy hen. Might as well check the cross. Babka, maybe. Small contribution. Add in. We'll keep going. So sonar looks good. Oh, I'm doing the downs, my bad. Cheer for a football team will be Ole. Fireplace residue would be ash. So we got lupus. Sure. And Enoch. Sure. Caught on camera, say. Could be taped. Doesn't fit. Recorded. Could be more about the caught. So we'll skip it for now. We'll see what the crosses reveal as we get them. 1919 event confirmed the general theory of relativity. So adorb that seems to be wrong. It's going to be some kind of eclipse, and we can even say solar eclipse. If so, 5-letter word, what other kind of eclipse was going to fit? And a nice contrast to sonar over here. Commercial property left mostly vacant by hybrid work arrangements. Some kind of office. We'll keep going after that. Restaurant offering delivery and pickup only. Ghost kitchen. So this is NSA. Bug is wrong, but hid is going underground. Scan looks like it's going to be correct. To do is wrong. I can't think of what to replace it with. Subtle summons. Psst. Summons being singular, I guess. So I think that's going to be right there. Lead into ever. I still can't think of an answer there. So cool. We got 28 down to help us out here. And now we can keep going. And I realize that this is also part of the theme answer. Or the theme of, the ghost kitchen. Haunted place in a house or a mansion, if anything. So cool. And we'll start coming to the other, sorry, burping, theme clues and answers. So spinning feathered boars, some kind of baits. Oh, I had AFK here. Out of office, I guess, is proper. So my bad. Could be rooster baits. Why not? Overplayed on stage. Emoted. Clever wit. I don't know. Ian McKellen. Speedometer figure mph. Or kilometers per hour if you're not American. We got Islam also filled out here in the across. So use of Islam. I have no clue if that's true, but spells out something that's a word, so we gonna roll with it. Rotini and bucatini. That's pastas. Detected. I can't think of what to put here, so we'll skip it for now. Speech therapist concern. Let's go with Lisp. Plate, sure. Commotion, a stir, sure. Pet. This could be wrong, so I'm gonna remove the rooster baits. And we'll just keep going for now. Where was I? Why do I have Lisp already? That's where I left off? Okay. Lawfully areas. Dog somethings. Gig. Well, gag, sorry. Dog somethings. We'll skip it. The rest of it, like dog run. What's a dog run? I don't know. But it could be right. You don't have to explain your joke to us. We, because it's us, we get it. So whisked, beat rapidly. I did bring up whisk, but beat. Always tricky when the past tense is the same as the present tense. So there you go. Tricked myself. Cloudburst might be rains, but I'm gonna skip it for now. Scary sight for a red-bellied marsh mouse. Marsh mouse. I don't know that either. Could be egret. Marshes, you'll see egrets reference as the answer for references to marshes in crosswords. So we'll go with that. Most populous country as of 2023, India, because China and their one-child policy are now not leading. James King of The Godfather, I think that would be right. REO Speedwagon. So now we took our first pass through the acrosses and downs, and now let's look to wrap it up. Let's check how much time I have too. All right, I do have 18 minutes, so let's see if I could get through this all. And let's go. All right, Babka, I'm gonna stick with small contribution. I'm gonna put add in. I don't like it. I don't know if 2 hearts is a bid, but you said it. And how seems like it's good enough. Blowout victory, metaphorically, would be a bloodbath. So haunted mansion, blood being haunted-ish, creepy, bath being in the mansion, and now Stonewall, not a person, actually gay bar. Cool. Chichen something. So I was thinking it would be like it's like that. And I'm gonna throw it in because instead of solar eclipse, I'm gonna put total eclipse. Caught on camera. I still don't know. Commercial property, left mostly vacant by hybrid worker arrangements. We'll keep going. I can't think of a word for it. Walled backdrop, more. Oh, zombie office. Zombies are creepy. Office in a mansion. Image could be what this is. Let's just check the across here. Device for taking notes, bank notes, not musical notes. So there you go. Let's actually get to 33 across though. We already checked Enoch for 32 across, which I'm okay with. Lead into ever, whomever. So that makes me feel better about Rooster. I'm throwing that back in. Who's this? Gabe, maybe? Clever wit. Esprit. Again, not sure if that's right, but why not? Woman's name, Alyssa. I was going to put Alicia, but you add an M to it, it would need to be Elisa. Detected, past tense of saw, seen. Actually was looking at this, a little cute. I don't like this clue and answer pairing. A little cute, I feel like really needs to have some kind of play on words to it, but I don't understand how this plays into that. Elves are little and mature, maybe they may be cute, I don't know, but there's no playing on the concept of little to be cute. Yeah, maybe I just don't know what elfin means. I can look it up after. But yeah, not a fan of that right now. Patty, Rooster Tails, I guess. And that would make this Eli Young Band, sure. Talent, gift. Yep, works. Big Softy, perhaps. We'll Crier. C, R, and I. Cloudburst would be rains if that's true. And everything after this we did already check, so I'm going to throw the I in there. I'm going to expect this to be right, and we're done in 23 minutes if so. And yeah, we are. And it gives you a little creepy-ish visual with the black squares. If you look at it, the upside down crosses here. Maybe this is like an altar for burning something. I don't know, but I have a feeling that's what they're going for with the visual here. And it helps to get the vertically symmetrical grid up to do that. So I think it was a cool theme. Still just Wednesday, so it's not one that you really need to know to get the proper solution. But yeah, a cool one. And just like that, we're going to call this, and we're done.